tuning into this training. I hope everyone enjoyed their day and they're enjoying their evening. I am so excited about this training. But not only that, I'm just excited about postcard mailing because for those that don't know, postcard mailing was the way for me to leave the job that I hated so much. I'm gonna give you a little backstory, but wait 1 second, because I think I'm doing this wrong here. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna admit some people that's coming in. Jenna, can you hear me? I'm sorry, sweetie. Can you
I can
hear
hear you.
me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
All right, I'm gonna unmute you because I almost forgot. I'm going to let Jenna lead us off in this meeting. We're actually both are going to be hosting this meeting tonight. And I'm going to be going over some information as far as the training. And Coach Jenna, who is a part of our team, is going to be covering the mindset. And we're going to talk about why both of these things are important. I want everyone to really try to get rid of all distractions for this meeting because this is really going to help you to just be better at what it is that we're doing, and not only that, for all of us to reach our goals and be able to do it as quickly as possible. But Jenna, you can go ahead and get us started and get us going, and then I'll take over from there.
Awesome. So good afternoon, everyone. Unfortunately, my video is not turning on, but that's okay. I did want to welcome everyone to this amazing training. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jenna Marie Stone, and I am one of the leading top network marketers on the space. And for you, Amanda, I wanted to introduce, she is also a seven-figure earner as well, and has been rocking this space. Now, I would say Amanda and I on the online space, we didn't just inspire each other from afar. We were kind of like secretly constantly, she got one, I got one, I got one, she got one. And I don't think we even realized how much we inspired each other. So when this opportunity came out, I was so super excited that we teamed up because when they say, your mindset has to be straight, right? And so for me, my mindset was like, I have to focus on this opportunity because first of all, I've never done mailbox. This is Amanda's domain. I could learn so much more from her if I just follow what she's doing, right? But you know what? There's so many ways to do this business, which is what I love. And if you come out of the box and you take a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you will actually explode not only this business, but any opportunities. That's what I love about Amanda's training. You can take anything that she teaches and apply it in almost any industry, any opportunity. So I'm so super excited. I'm not gonna steal her thunder. I'm gonna get myself out of the way. And then when we're done, we'll wrap it up with a couple of more things. And I just wanted to share how I, really do my income producing activities, both online and offline, that might help someone and inspire them. So Amanda, thank you so much for doing this for us. I'm going to get myself out of the way and take it away.
Thank you so much, Jenna. And yep, it's one of the things that I love about the space is because there's so many people that we can actually connect with and reach out to that can actually utilize what it is that we have. I want to start off just by saying there's more than enough money to be made. Back in 2015, I was in a situation where I would I couldn't even sleep because I was afraid of losing my only income, which was a decent amount of money. And I'm like, you know what? I cannot keep living this way. So I started looking at the online space. I tried online, and unfortunately, it didn't work in my favor. Okay. I didn't really understand online marketing. I didn't understand funnels. I didn't understand how to build a team, none of that stuff. So then someone said, have you looked at offline marketing, postcard mailing? And I said, no, but I'll take a look. I wanted to just try anything, and it changed my life, literally. My first year in postcard mailing, I did $50,000, $50,000 on my first year. I doubled that in the second year. And after that, it was just history, 400,000. I remember my accountant saying to me one year, she said, Amanda, I'm looking at your taxes. It looked like you hit the lotto, right? And it was only because I tapped into the industry and I really treated it like a business and took advantage of the opportunity. Okay. I've never looked back. And another thing I want to say is this has been going on way before me. You know, I just tapped into it in 2016, and the rest is history. So what I'm going to share with you is important information that my mentor taught me and the information that they gave to me so that I can feel inspired, but not only that, I can keep moving. And one of the things that I want to say, the most important thing is the fact that you're here, okay? Because it starts with learning and educating yourself on a space and being able to branch out and utilize the information that you have. Now, it's up to you, okay? You, the individual, to take the information that we give you and be able to implement the information in the training daily, okay? You can sit here and take as many notes as you want. If you do not implement consistently, it's not going to work. You can come to all the trainings you want. You can come to all the webinars you want, but it's all about leaving this training. And as soon as you open your eyes tomorrow, okay, you start implementing exactly what is being taught. And, you know, I'm saying this, I've trained thousands. Daria is my witness. She's been with me, running with me forever. Thousands of people, trained thousands of people. The one thing that holds most people back is that they do not take action consistently. That's the number one thing. Quick story, and then I'm going to move into the training. I'm not going to keep you guys all night, but you guys need to hear this. When I first got into the space and I had my mentor, and I would, some days I would stay up and I wouldn't even be able to sleep. You know why? I used to always think, what I'm doing doesn't really work. Am I wasting my time? I don't want to waste my time when I could be doing something else. I need to make this money. I got 2 kids. They depend on me. I'm a single mother, right? I'm thinking about all of this stuff. This is every night going through my head, because a lot of times we're not fighting with the people out there. We're fighting with what's going on up here, right? And I'll never forget, and I talk about this a lot because this was a life-changing moment. This was a light bulb moment for me. It took me over 70 days to earn my biggest payout, which was $1,000. 70 days. And then you know what clicked to me? Most people don't make it past their first 30 days. Could you imagine if I would have given up in 45 days in, 50 days in, 60 days in? I would have never seen that $1,000 that took me almost over 70 days to make. That same day, I had another person join my business opportunity and paid me $800. I had an $1,800 day that did not show up until 70 days in. And I always tell people I was in my living room. I didn't have no furniture and I was looking up to the sky and I was like, is this really happening? That was a life-changing moment for me, because I said, if I can have $1,000 days, I can have $2,000 days, I can have $5,000 days, I can have $10,000 days. I've had $20,000 days, 20,000, which is what some people make in a year. Why? Consistency, not being afraid to invest in myself, which is what a lot of people don't do. They don't want to invest in themselves. I'm going to just take it slow. I'm doing $50 here and it's $50. And we're going to talk about this in our training, why that doesn't work for the average person and why the sharks come in, which also known as the marketing gurus, they come in and they take over the space. Because while you're playing small, they play big to win. And that's always going to be the outcome every single time. Because when I come in and I'm spending top notch to go the furthest, the fastest, I'm going to always outdo the person who comes in and they play small. That's always going to be how it's going to just end up. So when we have these trainings, we're going to today talk about offline marketing. I'm going to give you guys some strategies to use just for offline marketing. Okay. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to teach you guys online strategies and online marketing, and how if you combine the two, even if you know hardly nothing about online, you can make this work. We're going to talk about 90-day increments, also known as 90-day blitz, right? Why they're so powerful, because that's what I went through when I was sitting there and it took me 70 days to make my first $1,000, right? I was going through my 90-day blitz, right? So I said, for 90 days, I'm going to focus on one thing only, and I'm going to give it my all. And I swear to you, I went to sleep some nights. I remember 2 months in, it was like 60 days. And I was like, Amanda, are you really about to do this? Like, you better just go out there and get another job or something. And it messed with me. Mentally, I was drained. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you stick in it and you're in it to win, it will be life-changing, life-changing, okay? I promise you, I promise you. You just have to believe in what you do. You can't come into this business with just wanting to make money. It's bigger than that. That's why it's called marketing, right? We have offline marketing and we have online marketing. It's not called make money, right? It's not that. We're affiliate marketers. Affiliate marketers produce results through what? We produce results through marketing, offline marketing and online marketing, which leads to the money. Some people are missing that step that comes in between signing up with the program and making the money. The middle part is the marketing part. So we're going to go over that today. And once you understand that and you understand how to apply marketing, whether it's offline or online, then you will make the money. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'll put together a quick PowerPoint presentation. You guys are going to have some great light bulb moments. And before we end, we're going to just hand it over to Jenna and we're going to go over the mindset training. So please, guys, make sure that you really focus on what I'm saying and the things that we're discussing, because it's going to help you a lot to grow your business. But not only that, take things a step further to the next steps, to the next level, so that you can be successful with your postcard program opportunity. Okay, so today, again, we're going to go over offline training, offline marketing. We're going to cover the daily blueprint. I always talk about a blueprint because that's important. If you're getting up and you're just doing any and everything and you don't have a plan, a game plan, you are going to fail, right? That's just like going into the new year and you want to make a difference, but you have not jotted down anything. You just know you want to make a difference. What is that difference? What does that consist of? That's important. Knowing exactly what you want to do for the new year, knowing exactly what you want to do within your business is very important. Not just getting up and, oh, today I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm not going to do it tomorrow, maybe next week. Not really having a game plan. So we're going to talk about that, offline marketing strategies, how important it is to have a website, okay? Staying connected and also mindset. We're going to go over those things. And then we're going to have another training within a couple of weeks. And in those couple of weeks, we're going to just cover all online marketing and how you can incorporate the two. And not only that, how easy it is to incorporate the two, okay? So what I want you guys to do is really take advantage of this opportunity. Why? You are at the right place at the right time. And I'm saying this because we have so many people right now that are looking to leave their jobs. They don't want to go back to work because of the circumstances that's going on today. We all know what that is, right? I don't even have to say it. And we have people that are getting stimulus checks, but not only that, we have tax season right around the corner. What is that going to do for you? How does that help you? Well, it helps you because you already have a business. You have a work from home opportunity and you have a business that's extremely easy to duplicate. So now your main focus needs to be to make sure that you position yourself to make the most, okay? And then you also want to make sure that you are constantly running traffic so that people know who you are. When you put those two together, it's a match made in heaven. Now, what most people are missing is one of two things. Either they don't have enough traffic or they have not positioned themselves to make the money. And we're going to go over those things and why they're both two important factors in actually producing a full-time income. So There's people that say, well, postcard programs real. How long have they been around? Forever, forever. I have opportunities that I'm in that I've heard about back in 2014 that I'm still a part of today. Okay. I have been in multiple postcard opportunities. Why? Because they work. It's an easy way to generate an income. And it's a great way to do that consistently. So you don't even have to think about a 9 to 5. If you never want to think of it again, you don't have to. But you have to be set up properly in order to start accumulating traffic and sales. Those two are so important. Okay. So I want you guys to make the most of this. I don't want it to be where you paid your money and then in 30, 60 days, you're looking for another opportunity because you didn't make the most of a program that's going to allow you to win. You don't have to look anywhere else. This is it. I'm telling you guys, this is it. What you have right now in front of you is a program that is going to be life-changing if you take advantage. So we're going to first cover strategies. And the reason why I want to talk about the strategies is because this is important. This is a part of the blueprint. And I want to kind of give you I want your eyes to get big when I talk about this, right? Because everybody right now, what they want to do is they want to put a stamp on the mail, on a postcard, and they want to put it in the mail, right? That's what we all want to do. We want to take this card right here. I still got my card sitting here. You want to take this, you want to stamp it, then we want to put the label here, and we want to just go, right? Because that just seems, that's just too easy, right? That's just easy. I can do this and I can make $1,000 a day, right? It's not that simple. And people are saying, wait, what? It's not that simple. Yes, it is. No, it's not. That's not, you're not actually using the best when it comes to your money. But not only that, are you doing it right? Are you set up for success? Because anybody can do that. Anybody. If it was that simple, we wouldn't have people working at McDonald's. I say that all the time. We wouldn't have people working at Walmart if it was that easy to do that. So we're talking about strategies and what you need to have in place before you start throwing all of these in the mailbox. Okay. We want to make the most out of the funds that we spend when it comes to stamps, leads. It's not cheap. So are you throwing your money away right now? We want to talk about that. I'm here to just keep it real because I've done it. Quick story before we move on. When I first got into my first postcard opportunity, me, my mom, my son, his brother, and a couple of friends, I brought them to the table. I said, listen, I'm going to buy 20,000 postcards. And I need you guys to help me put them in the mail. Okay. I said, I want to do this within 60 days. Oh, we could do that. 60 days. We had 20,000 postcards in the mail. I want you guys to go to the chat. Go right to the chat box. Open up your chat box. I want you to type in how much did I make off of those 20,000 postcards. The person that gets it right, I'm going to send you $25. Stephanie Mason, 0. Somebody said, I don't know, 0. That's right. 0. 0. 0. And then I decided to get a mentor after spending, guys, do the math. How much did I spend on stamps if I mailed out 20,000 postcards? Do the math. How much you think I spent on leads? Do the math. To not have one sign up. Yes, I had people inquire. I had people call me. Yes, I had a ton of people wanting information. They called me. They wanted to know what was it all about. But I had absolutely 0 for signups. And we're going to talk about why that happened. Right. And so I said, you know what? I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm going to go grab me a mentor because I want to do this the right way. and I don't want to keep wasting money. I'm here to make money, not waste money. Okay. So I had to take a step back and pull back, even though I was excited and I wanted to send out all of these postcards. And I had a whole bunch that I had wanted to put in my attic because I was like, I'm not doing this like this anymore. But that just goes to show you, there's people that have done what you're trying to do, and there's the right way to do it and there's the wrong way to do it. And I'm here to tell you that that strategy of just thinking you're going to put the stamp on and put it in the mail is not going to work, not in your favor. Because with postcard billing alone, not only that, depending on your lead source, your conversion rate, and we're going to get into this when we do online marketing, your conversion rates is 0.5, not even 1%, under 1% for the conversion rates. So that means that how many people are going to actually make a payment when they get your postcard? It's under 1%, which is extremely low. Okay. So the strategies that we have and what we want to do is we want to expand our reach. Expand our reach. Everybody type that in the chat box. Expand my reach. Expand it. Okay. So when I have trainings and I talk to people one-on-one, one of the things I tell people all the time is think about this. It's me and it's Daria. We're going to use Daria as an example. Okay. I get 200 postcards. Daria gets 200 postcards, right? I decide I'm going to take my 200 postcards and I'm going to start putting them around in places that are high traffic. As an example, laundromats, supermarkets, bus stops, hair salons, right? I'm not going to put my 200 in the mail. I'm going to put them in high traffic locations. Daria takes her 200 and she puts her 200 postcards in the mail. Who has a better chance of actually getting signups faster and actually more signups? Is it going to be myself or is it going to be Daria? Guys, really think about that, because what I had to do was I had to start thinking outside of the box, right? You're right, me. Why? Because while Daria has one person taking a look at that postcard, right? Let's just say it's a single mom like Amanda Ray that gets this in the mail with 2 kids. I'm the only one seeing this postcard that Daria mailed to me, right? But if I take the same postcard and I put it up in a laundromat where there's hundreds of people floating around day in and day out for weeks, what are my chances? And I tell people this all the time. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box. If it's more people seeing this than just one household member, as an example, me as a single mom, if I get this in the mail, I get postcards all the time. It's just me. That doesn't work in your favor. It's not enough eyeballs. We want traffic. We want more traffic, and we want large quantities of traffic. So what does that mean? Brittany, Anne-Marie, John, David, Carmen, Charles, John, Frank, Susan. What does that mean? We need to do a little bit of footwork. And I'm not talking about spending hours and days and hours and days of work. I'm talking about a good 10 hours a week is going to help you to start producing results. We're not trying to turn this into a full-time job. That's not what we're here for. We're here to make a full-time income doing part-time work. So it's going to require you about 10 hours a week to do a little bit of footwork, but I'm telling you, it's well worth it. It's going to just allow you to move faster. Okay. So what we want to do is we want 10 to 15 hours, give or take, depending on how fast you move, how slow you move. You know, you can split this up throughout the week. Okay. This should be consistently. We want to space things out into 90-day increments. And I'm going to talk about why this is important. 90-day increments. We want to think outside of the box so that when we are going up against our competition, which is other people who are promoting postcard program opportunities, that they see us first. Because there is competition out there. You need to come and think outside of the box. And again, we talked about this, more than enough money to be made. And we're going to also talk about if you are going to mail and you want to incorporate mailing with other offline strategies, how often you should be mailing. What should be your main focus? Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is a website and funnel and why this is important. Because you know what I get all the time? People say to me all the time, oh no, I don't want a website. I don't need a funnel. I'm going to do this just strictly offline. Okay. It's all about me, 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 me. I'm gonna, oh no, I don't want to. Oh, I'm going to, I'm not going to. Me, me, me. It's not about you anymore. Okay. Because here's the thing. If Brittany puts her postcard in the mail and it doesn't have any website information, what is a person going to do when they get the postcard in the mail if they want more information? They're going to go right to YouTube or right to Google and they're going to type in Cash Building System Unlimited. Just about everybody at home has a laptop, desktop, or an iPhone or a smartphone. You don't think that they're going to look up the information if they just get this with nothing on it? So now what happens? They go online and they type in Cash Building System Unlimited right into Google. And then what's going to happen from there? This no longer matters. So what you need to have, your website needs to be there so that people can say, you know what? Wow, this looks interesting. Oh, let me go to this website and see what it's all about. And there's no need for them to go online searching. But the average person is going to search just like you would if you had something in the mail that you were interested in. So you have to think about, what would you do? If I get this in the mail, if it has a website, or if I'm interested, I'm going to go online to research the company. I want to go to the website and see what it's all about. And this is the one thing that I heard a lot when I actually started producing the income through postcard mailing. They said, you know what? I seen this opportunity years ago. The only reason what made me actually go to it is because I seen your website and it was a way to reach you. I heard that all the time. So while you're saying you don't want to do it online, it's not about what you want to do. It's about the people that are interested. What is it that they're looking for? And do they have a way to reach you? And what's sad is people are like, oh, I don't want to spend the money on a website. But you just spent $200 on stamps. The two don't go hand in hand. You have to make an investment in yourself and do it the right way. You have to. Because if you don't, you're leaving money on the table and you're wasting money. That's important. So one of the things that I didn't do when I was sending out all of these mailings is I didn't have a website. Okay, I didn't have a way for people to reach me. People were able to reach the company, but they weren't able to reach out to me. I messed up. I said, you know what? I messed up. Yep, it cost me 20,000 postcards because I mailed all of them. But I was willing to start over and do things the right way. So the website, the funnel is important. Why? It takes people more than one time to see something before they make a decision to buy. That's with anything. So in our space, it takes about 5 to 7 times to actually see an opportunity before a person makes a buying decision. You cannot do that with just one postcard. Okay. Now, I'm not here. I want everybody to be to understand what I'm saying. I'm not here to discourage you. I'm here to inspire you and make sure you're doing business the right way for the long term. Because what's going to happen is most is going to get frustrated with the way that they're currently doing business, and they're going to think that what they're doing doesn't work. Oh, the program was a scam. No, it's not. It's far from it. It's just that you wasn't set up properly in order to have success. And that's why I told Jenna, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to teach people the right way. And we're going to have trainings so people know how to implement the right way. We're not here, myself nor Jenna is here to just sell you something. We're here to make sure that we inspire you, but not only that, we teach you so that you're not like the next person just doing anything and not seeing results. We want to be a team that actually produces results. Not like every other team where you got a whole bunch of people and only the top 5 is making money while everybody else is struggling. That's not what it's about. It's about really helping people to understand how to run a business, and not only that, doing it the right way. Okay, so if you feel a little disheartened or discouraged because so far you have noticed that what I'm saying you haven't done, don't worry, because we're going to teach you how to fix it. And that's the important part. Okay, so back to this training. The website is important, whether you're going to get it from your sponsor or you can get it from me directly. It doesn't matter who. You just need to invest in a website. Most of the websites that I'm seeing right now is going anywhere between $30 to $50 one-time payment, and it comes with hosting. You don't even have to pay for the hosting. You're just paying for the website. Okay, so $30 to $50 is a small investment that's going to go a long way. Okay. So now consistency, we want to talk about the building phase. Okay. And I'm going to get to the strategy in a moment, but I want to go over this. This is what your game plan needs to look like. Okay. This is important. So December, January, and February, if you just started, this is your building phase. This is the phase where you are building an audience. You're building your traffic. You're building your business. Okay. Your building consists of making sure that you're set up the right way, but not only that, you have a proper game plan in place so that you know what to do day in and day out. Okay. That's important. Now, March, April, and May is the follow-up phase. So the follow-up phase, you're going to still be building, but now you're going to add. How do you add the follow-up phase? That normally comes with your funnel, so that when a person gets your information in the mail, they keep seeing it until they make a buying decision. And we're going to go over that in detail during our online training, but you need to have a follow-up phase. Now, one of the things that I notice is, like, when people mail out to their list, they mail them one time. You need to try to be in communication with them more than one time. And there's several different ways that you can do that. Okay, that's important. So we have the building phase, December, January, February, the follow-up phase, which is March, April, and May. June, July, and August is basically your make money phase. And I'm not saying that between December and May, you're not going to make anything. What I'm saying is between June, July, and August is when it really starts picking up and you start making more consistent payouts. Why? From the work that you put out December, January, and February, March, April, and May. Okay, this is the way that it looks. And this is what my mentor explained to me that I didn't understand when I first started marketing. December, January, and February, the people that come in here that get your information, they may not make a buying decision within these months, but this is your hardest working months, is these 3 months, right? And then you just pick up speed March, April, and May, so that when June, July, and August come, it becomes more consistent, and you start to see that you're getting somewhere in business, and you start to get a rhythm in what you need to do within your business. And in September, October, November is when you really start to leverage the opportunity, which means you're getting bigger payments or bigger payouts because you're at a higher level within the business. So the leverage will not exist if you don't upgrade or you're not trying to get to the next level. So let's just say myself and Frank, because I see Frank's name, so I'm going to use Frank as an example. I come in at the $2,500 level. He stays at the $50 level. We're both doing this. We're doing the building phase. We're doing the follow-up phase. We're doing the money-making phase. We're in all these phases doing what we need to do. When it comes to September, October, November, if I'm at the $2,500 level and he's at the $50 level, who's going to make more money? It's just simple math, guys. Simple math. If he can only get $25 for each person that comes in, where I'm able to make $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 per person, I'm going to have a greater chance of making more money. I am going to make more money because I'm because of the leverage that I have within the opportunity. He has no leverage because he only can make 25 bucks. So even if he has between this time 40 people come in and he's only at the $50 level, 40 times 25, you do the math. But if I'm at the $2,500 level and I have 40 people come in, and I have some people that decide to take it to the next level, which is $100 or $500 or $1,000, I'm going to make more money because I'm able to cover those people who come in at the higher levels. And I tell people this all the time. You can't take your business to the next level and make top-notch money if you're just right at the lowest level and you stay there. Because there's going to always be people that see the opportunity and decide that they want to go above that. You're not there to even collect on that level. So this is where it gets tricky. You can play it safe, but playing it safe is not going to allow you to make the most. And then another thing, why do the top marketers make what they make? Because we stay in it long enough to win. So think about it like this. Let's just say over the next 90 days, we have 3,000 people come into this opportunity. So that means that out of those 3,000 people, let's just say 85% is promoting actively for 60 to 90 days, right? They're promoting actively. And then they all of a sudden decide they're not doing business anymore. Guess who still is going to stick around and do business? The top marketers. So what happens is the people that fall off, that stop promoting, that gives up on the business, that don't want to do business anymore, they decide they moved on to something else, they lose out, right? Because they done moved on. And because the top marketers stayed in it to win it, all of that traffic that was pouring in, it pours right into us, the people who stayed. Why? Because we know that 85% of the people that's in the business is going to give up too soon, and they're not going to be able to see the rewards that come in from all the traffic that's out there, whether it's postcards, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, Craigslist, classified ads, wherever it's at. That's the problem. Facebook groups, yeah, all of these places. So when you decide to give up, you got to think about that. The people that stay in it to win it, they're going to make money from all of the traffic that's generated that's out there when you give up. So that's why you have to stay consistent and you have to stay put. You cannot allow friends, family, feeling overwhelmed, feeling overworked and underpaid, whatever you want to call it, discourage you from moving forward and applying yourself over and over and over again, even when it feels like it's not working. Because you're going to have days when it feels like, oh my gosh, this does not work. I'm telling you, I am a living witness, okay? So you have to fight past that. You have to move past that. And you have to stay connected, inspired, and you have to keep moving forward. And another thing, when you feel like you don't know something or you need to know something to make a decision, you need to just ask the question. Because sometimes we hold on to things, we feel like it's a stupid question or we don't want to say it or whatever, and it could be costing you money. So you have to be willing to speak up, okay? So these are the increments, these are the months, and I want you guys to really focus on this. You're putting a game plan together during December, January, and February that's going to run consistently, and it's going to be extremely repetitive for the next phase, the other phases to come. Okay, that's important. So what I want to talk about is the other ways that you can promote this business. And we're going to talk about staying connected and why that's important. So there are other things that you can do other than just postcards that's going to allow you to leverage the opportunity, but not only that, make more money and not have to put out a whole lot of money into just postcard mailings, right? And I'm going to talk about Print Founders, and you don't have to get your stuff from Print Founders if you don't want to. There's other places that you can go, but I'm just giving you my strategy and what I know works and what you should be doing. So I highly recommend 2 offline strategies consistently and 1 online strategy consistently. Okay. And if you've done online before and you feel like it doesn't work, let's not say that until we try my way. Okay. Let's try an easy, simple way before we totally say, I don't want to do online. It doesn't work, because online works if you know what you're doing and it's something simple enough for you to follow. Okay. So here, let's talk about drop cards. Drop cards are powerful. Why? It looks like money. When you open it up, it has your information in it that people will want to know more about. And I'm not saying everyone, but let's just say you put your information in a drop card and then you get a quantity of 5,000 drop cards for $109. Now you don't have to worry about stamps. You don't have to worry about leads, right? People always say, well, it's not targeted traffic. It's not hot traffic. It's not warm traffic. Listen up. Everybody's looking to make additional income. Am I right or wrong? We're not in the lose weight business where it's just for people over 200 pounds. We're in the make money business. So there's no such thing. Okay. So we have drop cards. You can get 5,000 for $100. They don't all have to go out at once. You have a game plan. You map out where you're going to put them, how many you're going to put out. You do a little bit of work. You come home, you relax. Okay. Drop cards. We have flyers and brochures. Now, I don't do really the brochures, but the flyers, the bulletin board flyers, these things are extremely powerful. You hang this up in a laundromat, I bet you, if you hang this up in a laundromat, you come back a week later, you're going to see how many of these things people done tore them off and took them home. These are powerful. I don't know where you guys are from, where everybody's from, but here in Albany, we have Stewart's. In New York, I'm in upstate New York. We have a Stewart's where people are in day out getting coffee and bagels and food and ice cream. If I put this in the Stewart's, you know how many people? You have one made, they'll make it for $1. Once you get your flyer back for $1, you go and get copies made from a mom and pop shop, black and white. They don't even have to be in color. These are powerful. So now you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that are interested in one bulletin board flyer. Like really simple stuff. Call our 24/7 info line for complete details. Put your website there, put it up, leave it there. And you know what, guys? I used to do this all the time. I'm like, I would go around to the places where I put them up and I'll look in to see how many people tore it off. And I'll be so excited. Like, oh my gosh, it's gone. I got to replace it. The 7 people took it. Time to put up another one. Extremely powerful. Okay. And I'm just giving you guys some ideas. You don't have to use all of them. You use the ones that you like, whatever it is that you like, you use it, right? They got business cards. You could get some decent business cards made, leave them in different places, right? You could go to tons of different places and just leave the business cards. And then last but not least, and people will be like, well, how do you do that? And we'll talk more about it. But yard signs, right? Yard signs, you can get these made for dirt cheap. The company will literally, and you guys, what I'll do is I'll put the information, if it's not already in the Facebook group, I think I put it in the Facebook group, but you can get these yard signs, right? And put these yard signs up with your information, a quick website link that's easy to read, easy to remember, put that right at the bottom. Earn money from home, make an extra $200 a day, looking for workers, whatever you want to put, and put the website. You can get these things for dirt cheap. And I promise you, you put up 10 or 15, within a couple of days, you'll have so many people going to that link wanting to know how. Best place to put them up at is where they have the where the intersections is at when people are coming off the highways. Perfect place to put them. And like where I'm at, the city, they'll come and take them down. But think about how much traffic if it's up for 2 days before they take it away. That's massive. It's massive, mind-blowing. So what we have to do is we have to think outside of the box, and we have to do more than just this. Now, if you're putting postcards in the mail, again, you want to make sure it has your website information on it. Okay. People are like, well, where can I put it? Put it right over, have questions, call this number. Why? Because this information should be on your website. So right here where it says, where has this information? You could label right over it and put your website information. Because if they go to your website, guess what's on it? Your name, your face, a way to contact you, right? And all of the information that they need. So make the best of your postcards. You want to add your website info. You want to go out. I'm telling you guys, 10 hours a week is all it takes. When you're out for those 10 hours, you don't do nothing but promote your business. I want to give you guys another thing that I'm doing, and this is new, but I'm going to do it. Listen up. A lot of people don't think about this, and this is what I tell people. This is about thinking outside of the box. And we're going to go over this when we do our online training, but a QR code, right? We've all seen this because you know what? Guess what? Now that COVID is here, where do you see a ton of these codes? I can tell you guys where I see them at all the time. In the restaurants, right? Because they don't want everybody touching on the menus. So now they have it where you go into the restaurant, you put your phone to the QR code, and what comes up, guys? The menu. Think about this. What if you can do the same thing with your postcard program? You get the QR code, which is pretty much free to get, doesn't cost anything. You link that sucker to your website. Guys, listen up. This is powerful stuff. You take that information, you could get a label about this big, a circular label that has, want to learn how to make money from home, an extra $100 a day, whatever you want it to say with your, and it says, scan this QR code for more info. And then a person could just be sitting at the bus stop and put their phone up to that QR code and call it a day. Guys, come on. Listen, if the restaurants is doing it, why can't you? Them QR codes are everywhere. I've never scanned so much in my life like I've done over the last year. And I'm like, this is a good idea. I don't never want to look at a handheld menu anymore. If I could just scan it on my phone. So now you're thinking outside of the box, allowing you to move faster and incorporate more traffic. That's all it takes. So now you got your labels that came in your mail, and you can get beautiful labels. You can get them black and gold. You can get them purple, pink, whatever color you want. You put them suckers up in places where there's a lot of traffic, and your sticker is sitting there for hundreds of eyeballs to see. Powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. But again, you have to do a little bit of the footwork, okay? I'm going to show you guys when we do our online training how to easily make a QR code. You go to GoDaddy, get your domain. We're going to connect the two. Now you have a whole business through a QR code on the label. You don't have to worry about spending hundreds of dollars on leads if you don't want to. So what we're going to do, we're going to incorporate 2 offline marketing strategies, 1 online marketing strategy, and you're going to see your business take off. Take off. And guys, you don't have to do them all at the same time. I'm not trying to overwhelm you. You do one at a time, 1 at a time. 1 month, you get this together, you start doing a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, then incorporate the next one in another 2 to 3 weeks. If you're slower and it takes 4 to 5 weeks, it doesn't matter. Because guess what? Even if you're moving slow, you're moving faster than the person that's doing absolutely nothing. You're moving faster than the person that's just mailing out postcards. You're moving faster than the person that got their postcards and didn't do anything with them. Always remember that. You're moving faster than the person that's still looking at this opportunity from 60 days ago that never paid in. So now it's about you just taking action, coming up with a game plan, strategy, whatever you want to call it, and going to work. And I promise you, you will be like, oh my, I can't believe this really works. I'm really starting to see results. And another thing I want to say too is never compare yourself to anyone else, right? Don't compare your results to the next person. You don't know what they've done to get there, how much they're working, how hard they're working. You have to just really focus on what your strategy and game plan is and what you're going to do, how much you're into this business to make it work, and how consistent you're going to be. If you focus on those things, staying tuned in, staying connected with like-minded people, you will see success within your business. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Jenna. That's basically what I wanted to give you guys today. I wanted to go over that information. I wanted to talk about those strategies. Guys, I highly recommend looking into any of those offline strategies we just talked about. You can look up more information about the QR codes. Again, in our next training, we're going to go more into detail on how to implement all of these strategies because we don't have enough time today, but we're going to have other trainings. We're going to talk about, if you want to know what the flyer should look like. And Jenna, she's really great to go to as well. She does really good with attraction marketing. She's like the top notch with that. I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Jenna and let her just give you guys a little bit more information. Jenna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm blown away, guys. I want you to add some emojis, fire. If you got as much value as I did tonight, or even more, throw some, fire emojis, some hearts, because Amanda, you brought the boom. I mean, absolutely amazing training, not overwhelming. I hate when I go to trainings and I have a headache. This was inspiring. You gave us bullet points as to where to go, how to do it, how to implement it. Action takers are money makers, okay? You're not going to get fluff here. What I love about Amanda, I'm from New York too. She's from New York. It is no nonsense, okay? We're not going to sugarcoat anything, and you're always going to walk out of here with things that make you go, I had those moments. If you had an aha moment, I want you to drop it. Aha, because I was like, wow, I didn't even think of the strategies that were shown today. So I'm blown away. Great job, Amanda. So proud to have you as my partner, as my ride or die. I mean, we are going to take this to the moon. We're going to help so many people. So I just want to touch upon a little bit. I mean, thank you so much for talking about attraction. Law of attraction is something that I specialize in, and also visualization. Visualization is a powerful skill that if you tie it with law of attraction, you're going to realize that you can manifest anything in this world. I mean, I'm going to just say straight from abundance that's out there, you can really hone in on it and have it. But it all starts with your mind. I call it seeing signs. Like, I want everybody to do an exercise. Just close your eyes and imagine what you want out of this life. Okay. What do you really want? What is your purpose? Because I know for one thing, we did not get born in this world to go to school, get a job, pay bills, go take a shower, wake up and do it over and over and over again, and then die. We were brainwashed. And if you have not read the Kiyosaki book, which is, the Rich Man, Poor Man, that's what turned me on to understanding that there's a whole world out there. Amanda, you talked about being a single mom, struggling. I was a teacher. And my husband got into a car accident and I had 3 small kids. I was like, how am I going to raise 5 people in New York? My bread and butter is gone. My husband is laid up in a hospital. I don't know if he's going to make it, and so you start to panic and you're like, wait a minute. Do you know the average American is like $300 shy of being broke? That means if you got into a car accident right now, most people can't even put tires on the car. It's scary. So the fact that the online world, and I'll tell you a backstory with Amanda. I took her course about last August. Why? Because I saw her killing it online. And I said, you know what? I want this. I want to learn how to brand myself like she's doing. Somebody wrote in the chat, I want to be like Amanda when I grow up. That's how I was. I was like, I want to do what she's doing. She was doing it and she was doing it at the top of her game. So if you don't have a mentor, get one, right? Or take good, copious notes and follow the leaders. What are they doing? So I winded up visualizing that I wanted to be a, rock star online entrepreneur. Didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to do it. So when you have that moment in your head, your brain, it's like a filter, right? And so what happens is it looks for evidence all around on how to use it to your advantage. I call it, it's like a filter system, but it's really called the reticular activating system. If you don't know what that is, look it up because it's science. It's like, I'll give you a perfect example. I never saw Range Rovers on the road as much as I do now because I drive one. It's just like I never saw all these red cars on the road until I had a red car. So that's how your brain works, right? So if you start filtering in your brain and you start programming it, what happens is you become unstoppable. I love what Amanda said earlier, that you have to have that mindset. Positive belief. I would say positive mind brings on a positive life. If you keep focusing on your problems, guess what? The universe gives you more problems. Mm-hmm. But if you focus on your blessings, more blessings come your way. It's amazing how the brain works. It's a filter. But most of us don't know how to operate it. So I want you to visualize the life that you want. Your self-worth. If you're working right now, God bless you, but you are not your salary. If the value of your salary equates to what you think you are so wrong because you're worth so much more. Okay. And another thing I just want to go over is that you're going to find yourself when you start visualizing that you want more for yourself, you're going to start acting like it also. And the brain doesn't know that you're not a millionaire yet. It don't know that. It actually, if you believe it, you're going to be it. Okay. Because sometimes you have to raise the vibration and understand that mental picture is tied to your purpose. So when we're talking about, this opportunity here, somebody might say, it's just are you still doing that mailbox thing or that postcard thing? You know what? That little postcard thing, to me, maybe almost $12,000. Yeah, in a matter of weeks. So yeah, I am going to do that postcard thing. Whatever we're doing, do it to the best of your ability, and don't let anybody, take that away from you. And the other thing that I wanted to make sure is that, when you're actually, programming your brain, into believing that you can have whatever you want, it actually believes it's on its way. So don't work from scarcity, work from abundance. If you say to yourself it's on its way, it's on its way. You're going to start experiencing things and visualizing the way you feel. You're going to feel proud. You're going to feel happy. You're going to visualize that, you know what, I can do this. And don't worry about your friends and family. I really want to talk about this for 1 second. Your friends and family, they are going to support you way after your strangers are celebrating you. Just own up to that, okay? Some of the best people that I fell in love with online, I've never met. And some of the people that are in my family, I don't want to see anymore because because I've changed, I've elevated myself, right? And I don't want to hear that negativity. So when you wake up every day, do your manifestations, do your affirmations that are going to lead to the manifestations, and make sure you're visualizing that you're going to have a great day. Every day that you wake up, when you start visualizing abundance, even in the Bible, and I'm not somebody to quote the Bible, but this really blew me away. The Bible says, to those who have, more will be given. Here's the kicker. To those who have not, even the little that they have will be taken away. So God wants us to be in abundance. I can't even make this up. This is like written in the Bible. We are born to have whatever we want. The problem is our minds, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely
right.
So let's talk about passion. Passion is not a thing or a place. It's something inside you. Let's talk about inspiration. Inspiration can be external. Motivation is internal. So when you're doing your business, you cannot get paid for work you did not do. So that is important. What Amanda was showing you is income producing activities. I don't care if you know 10 people or thousands of people. It doesn't matter. Jim Rohn says it best. You can sit there and you can do the activities and blow away any shark out there, but you got to put the work in. And finally, it has nothing to do with luck. I used to think, oh, that person got lucky. That is the wrong mindset. Work, be consistent, wake up every day and know that you're going to make this happen. So basically, that's all I have. I absolutely love this community. I love our chat that we have. I see everybody popping in there and helping each other. That fills my heart because it doesn't rely on just me and Amanda to answer all the questions. So we want this postcard business to be your personal business that you feel like you're in charge of it. We're building leaders here. We're not building followers. So what strategies we're going to be showing you? Amanda has an amazing tricks and tips and all that stuff. And you know what? We're going to learn so much here together and we're going to be growing together. So don't think that we all have it figured out because we're still works of progress. Okay. Other than that, I just want to say thank you to Amanda. I so appreciated this training. I told you she was going to bring the fire. And I am so proud of every one of you who actually stepped up and said, you know what? I'm going to take this $50 opportunity and I'm taking it all the way to as high as it can go. There are no limitations on income on this opportunity. Amanda and I both spoke to the owner. He's not going anywhere. He's been in the industry for 10 years. He's only been in this company for 1 year. And we're teaching him how to really take this to the next level. So on that note, I'm gonna take it back to you. I really thank everybody here who came. So you can actually wrap it up, get back to your sponsors for your websites. If not, Amanda has an awesome website that you can share, and anything that has to do with drop cards and flyers, all those resources, I saw them in the Facebook group. So I'm happy that they're there. And that's it. Any final closing thoughts? That's it for me.
Thank you so much, Jenna. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad that we partnered up to work on this together. And I spoke to Jenna, I started manifesting. I started actually believing, because even though I am a seven-figure and I've made tons of money, I still have times where I need someone to uplift me and inspire me. And Jenna is my go-to. So I want you guys to feel like we're all family. We're here to lean on one another. What I want you guys to do over the next couple of days is map out a game plan. If you feel like there's pieces of the puzzle that's missing, get back to your sponsor or reach out to us and just say, I just need to know what to do, or I don't know what to do, or I want to just, I need some direction. Okay. And not only that, when we have our next training with the sales funnel that we're going to talk about in the online marketing, I want you guys to make sure that you're there, because you're going to also learn some things that you can actually do. I'm going to show you guys how to build out a QR code really fast with your domain name. I'm going to do it from scratch. I'm going to do the domain name. I'm going to do the QR code. I'm going to link the two to show you guys how simple and easy it is to do this. I'm going to go to a artist and have them put together a quick flyer. I'm going to show you how quickly you can do this for under $20. Have a whole flyer put together within 1 to 2 days. I'm going to show you guys how to set up your funnel to make sure that it looks good and that it's working and operating step by step. I tell people all the time, I used to teach toddlers for a living. I've done this for years. So I'm a real ABC type of person, 1, 2, 3 type of person. So we're going to go through it step by step, where you're going to be able to even pause it after the recording. You can pause it. You know, you can watch the recording, play and pause to follow the steps directly. So that's what we're going to do in our next training. I want to just say thank you guys so much. Just about everybody stayed till the end of the training, and I love that. I hope that I inspired you guys, and not only that, giving you some information that you can take back and actually start implementing so that you can start doing better within your business and we can grow as a team. So thank you guys so much for coming out, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks for our next training. Have a great night and stay blessed.